Want to know.
Well, that was easy.
Oh god, more of this?
I suppose we could stop there.
More targets!
I wasn't expecting more of this. I'm guessing the green... No, the glowing yellow circle has to be our hitbox. Yes, everyone go along this track. Very good. Between 7 and 15. Yeah, 15 has to be for completionists. Alright, I was curious if this was going to be a we're beating this game tonight situation, but no, we're not. If 7 hours is the low end. Yeah, a game like this, I was expecting 5 hours, 4 hours. 7 hours isn't too bad. I imagine that's like the average would be closer to 7. With 15 being for the I'm going to find every gem and redo levels to get gems. Which does not fall into my category. The only levels we're gonna get all the gems on are going to be the shmups, and for poops and ha-has, that one awful level where I did it because I'm a masochist, apparently. Yeah. Why do you have so much health? Dumb little oval ships. Retro Game Month? We were talking earlier about playing, like, some classic games. Because there's a bunch I would like to replay. Another suggestion was doing a themed day of crappy product tie-in games. I mean, not necessarily crappy, but, you know, like Cool Spots and Sneak King. Dumb corporate tie-in games. But I am definitely not opposed to doing some retro games. I don't know if I'll even do it as a month. I think I'll just start incorporating them into the poll box every once in a while and just be like, alright, here's the things we're looking to play, and just sneak in a Super Nintendo game every once in a while, a Genesis game from time to time. Wait, did I miss a gem? I was probably looking at chat. Yeah, there's a lot of really fun older games that'd be fun to play again. Not to mention, like, child me really enjoyed a lot of these games, but never necessarily beat a lot of them. Ah! You bastard! I'm always watching it for the bullets, but they come from off-screen. Someone remade Diablo 2 Grim Dawn? Really? I thought I was in the clear there. You know, let the kids know. Show them the real video games. This is all we had when we were young. This is video games. What? But this is a baby's toy. This has buttons? I'll always remember that scene from Back to the Future 2. No, you're the most annoying ones! Please die. Just emulate some Tamagotchis. Yeah, this is an 8-hour stream of raising my Tamagotchi. It's asleep right now, so we're not going to be doing very much. But it's all integral to the gameplay experience, let me tell you. I don't know why I let that hit me. I need to make a Google Doc or a spreadsheet or something for some of these suggestions, because the suggestion box is a Discord chat, which means eventually everything just scrolls upwards. I need to make a list that we could update with like, yep, we got to it, we played it, and we haven't got to it, we still need to play it. Oh my god, the Windows pinball game? Might as well just play fucking Minesweeper. No! Of course, I was in their stupid little flight path. Get out of here. Minesweeper would give away the joke. Don't do it, don't fire. Oh, we're moving out of shmup and into bullet hell here. There's so many things I need to keep my eyes on. I haven't played a bullet hell in so long. I haven't played a Toho game in many a moon. Boomer games. Not necessarily just Boomer. Obviously, we're not boomers. Oh! Even Pong was still Gen X. How do we con you into playing all the King's Quest games in order? I mean, if we were going to play King's Quest, I would probably start with 1, so we're already on the right path for in order. And those are on my personal list of games that I need to play because I've never played them. As you may have gathered by me watching all of fucking Star Trek, I kind of get into this weird thing where I'm like, I want to absorb this culturally into myself. And we could certainly trick me into playing all of those. Hell, that'd be easy to do. Fucking serpentine pattern. For it. Ah! I hate them. Die. You're the real problem. I hate your fast-moving arrows. There. Now it's the easy ones. You know what? Where are those arrows at? Did I get them all? Alright. What? I lined that up poorly. There we go. By far the hardest wave so far.
Is it just me, or does this look like there's a very large number of ships coming up on the radar?
Wonder if the kids even realize that we're millennials. Do you think they're do you think they I can't even talk. Do you think they think we're boomers? My parents are boomers. I'm not boomer. The old green and black monitor PCs? Oh, good lord. See, I didn't get a PC in my personal life until I was in middle school, but my grandfather on my father's side
good looking. You feel those tingles?
had a computer,
Them's
and it blew me
endorphins.
away.
Your brain cooks them up when your body feels tight.
But then my family was like, "You're never to see that side of the family again. They're dead to us." I was like, "Well, there goes my PC adventures." That was short-lived. All I remember about that side of my family is marbles on a like super old computer, probably even a Commodore 64. Weird like flight stick games, and watching the movie The Gate. I have a very intense association of that particular side of the family and the movie The Gate. It has spiky rocks all over it. That's what makes it worth climbing. Oh, I didn't realize that was the pattern. Dumb Family Feud nonsense. Do. Such relaxing music on this mountain. Wait for it. Very specifically, my father's father died, and then his mother remarried, and that was like a mortal sin as far as certain members of my family were concerned. I never understood it. What are you gonna do? Whoops! Alright, that's coming back around. That's coming back around. Ah, it's always higher than I think it is. No, I just want to go. Why did they choose this mountain? There have to be better, more peaceful mountains to have a commune on. Screw that gem. I don't care about the gems. I'm not here for 100% completion. I should rewatch The Gate. I remember that movie being amazing. I did rewatch it like a few years ago, so I could confirm it is still pretty good. It's one of those movies that they don't make anymore, which is a horror movie made for all ages. Last time you played retro games on YouTube, comments were like, "Yo, do you play anything that doesn't date back from the Jurassic era?" I don't understand why people feel the need to say things like that. It's like, do you ever make comments that aren't like wastes of data on the internet? I don't know why anyone would play old things. And then, of course, you know, they're playing their retro games, like, oh yeah, SpongeBob, Bikini Bottom Rumble. I remember this game. It's like, it's the same for people that are older than you realize. Like, our retro games are older. Are you gonna finish your playthrough of Turok? No. I don't have the patience for that. It's too hard for people to type nice things on the internet, but it's so easy. You literally just do the same thing as typing mean stuff, except you don't do the mean part. So much better to be a positive influence. And yet people always choose to be dickbags. People love that they could be assholes without repercussions. Yep. That's why everyone's like, oh, Mixer's dead, and a lot of people are moving to YouTube, but I'm not gonna watch them on Facebook. A lot of people are moving to the Facebook stream, but there's no way I'm gonna use that. Why? You have to use your real name to comment. I'm like, oh, that's why. Because at that point, your nice, lovely grandma will see that you said something incredibly offensive to a stranger on the internet. How sad for you. I feel like the real reason we should all be like, fuck Facebook for streaming is because Facebook is a garbage corporation. A little bit too zealous in that jump. But the reason why they weren't interested was the real name for commenting component. No, no, no! There's a 7-game King's Quest collection on Steam. There were 7 of those games? Man, I played none of them, and I'm unaware of all of it. Inertia. Yeah, Facebook actually owns Oculus, but they are making it so in order to use it, you have to have a Facebook account. That wasn't true until recently. But a lot of people were saying that was going to be the case. Like, yeah, Facebook's going to make it so you have to use Facebook to use it eventually. But they wanted to make more people buy the thing first. $2015? Wow, that's a lot newer than I thought. I love this relaxing-ass music. With all these spikes. I wonder what it'd be like to play a game like Super Meat Boy, but replace the soundtrack with Enya. Just like the most calming music you could think of. Some real new age, relaxing stuff. Oh, look at the size of these blueberries! They're huge! I don't know why that voice happened there. The game's like, hey, you can roll jump. It's like, I've been doing that for literally the whole level. Am I good at side-scrolling beat-em-ups? No. Am I good at platformers? Yes.
My man.
Finally, some enlightenment. Still waiting for your second pre-order of the Valve Index to come. Crash Bandicoot Rock segment. Oh god, like running away from the boulder? Mike Zuckerberg has gotten very unfamiliar with the concept of getting punched in the face. He's too busy being in the pocket of several very wealthy people. And being partially responsible for the death of democracy in a lot of ways. You want to go back and play Donkey Kong? See, that's one of those retro games I would be interested in revisiting, because childhood me played a lot of the Donkey Kong Country games, never actually finished them.
Dr. Good Vibes here to say you've developed a wicked case of the third eye. Symptoms include spiritual enlightenment and an addiction to heartfelt hugs. Now get on up to the summit and have a blueberry juice.
Oh, the Homestar Runner guys made one? Nice. Yeah. The animations and graphics were pretty far out there back in the day. The game for me that blew me away with how pretty it was, and I still maintain is gorgeous to this day is Yoshi's Island. Those Mode 7 graphics hold up. Some real good stuff with the Mode 7. I hit the button, right? Did I? This mountain sucks. A little bit premature in my jump there. Like, choose an easier place to get to for your spiritual commune, guys. This is dangerous. People could die. Remember when this game was a side-scrolling beat-em-up? Dang it. Pepperidge Farm remembers. It's not complaints, I'm not looking to go back to those times. I just think it's funny how long it's been. It's becoming Cuphead slowly. Yeah, I don't miss those days either. I prefer this, to be honest. It irritates you that the beat-em-up segments are some of the weakest? I was saying it earlier, but I really think the big problem is I feel like the beat-em-up games that I really enjoy are the ones that allow for unlocks and customization of your character's fighting abilities. Because if you don't have those, you run out of things to do in your beat-em-up pretty fast, you know? You only have so many combos you could do, and there's only so many characters to play as. Alright, what's the benefit of having you here? I need to get you to the button. When it's done right, it doesn't feel monotonous. That's true. I feel like length has a real big component of that. I feel like my sentence died in the middle and I just kept talking anyway. Length has a huge role to play in that. Like, I remember Turtles in Time being a fantastic game, and I think the reason why that one holds up is every level is significantly different in terms of enemy types, background animations, and just like setting. Like, it really feels distinct every level. They do switch it up a little bit with like fighting on the hoverboards in the sewers, the train fight segment, throwing enemies at the Technodrome screen. Kurt was like, play the game! I'm having a discussion, Creedmoor? And it didn't overstay its welcome. Like, it was the right length. Every level felt like the right length. You got to the end, you beat it, and it was like, that was a fun time. I enjoyed my stay here. I don't know why this game already feels monotonous whenever I'm doing the beat-em-up segments, and I think it's because the levels are a little bit too long. A Wild Z-Drew, how's it going? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 was amazing for its day. Yeah, a lot of those games were really good back then. And they still hold up. Hello, how's it going? How are you? Welcome to a most peaceful mountain. I just immediately throw myself in the spikes. Alright, we got button. Grunting intensifies. You're kind of bummed with what you've seen of this game? So, we were talking about it. We'll keep on talking about it. Oh, why? We put all these spikes on the mountain, right? What is this mountain? I really like the humor of this game a lot. I think the writing is really great, the animations are really good, which is kind of a bummer because I feel like this would have been better as like a little animated series. Like, make this an animated special, and I would have had a better time, I think. Some of the gameplay elements are fun, but they quickly overstay their welcome, which is weird. Like, the beat-em-up segments quickly become very repetitious and overstay their welcome. The shmup areas are just like, oh, we're doing this again? That's weird. This is like our third mountain segment we're climbing, and it's a little weird, I gotta say. Like, suddenly we're playing Braid. There's certainly a lot of good in here, but I feel like this game could have been half its length, and I would like it more. I would like it a lot more if it were half as long. Alright, so that switch makes that come down. We can't push these off of things. I guess I'll leave that on the button? You're a huge fan of Battletoads versus Double Dragon, and while some of the animations from that game are not appropriate today, the gameplay is amazing. I never played that one. What if you were on this button, and I pressed this? Alright, not quite right. If you're on this one, still not quite right. That down arrow was green before. Not green anymore. Alright, how about now? Could have been more successful if there was level swapping faster, say 10 to beat 'em up, 10 minutes. Yeah, like, the rapid fire jokey levels have been the best ones because they're quick, they get to the point, they're funny, they're fun, and then you move on. Like, I really think Gomper's comparison of WarioWare is on the money. Like, I think those parts are fun because they're reminiscent of how fast they cycle through things a la WarioWare. Need to get to the last green button. Wait, oh! Oh my goodness, I understand now. That's why it was green. Oh my god. I feel dumb now. Braid was a shit game, we don't feel bad for saying it either. I always felt Braid was a fine game that the creator got a little bit pretentious over. Need to bring those up. Which one brings those up again? That brings that one up. Brings those down. Oh lord. Not huge segments of the same thing for more than 40 to 50 minutes. Yeah. To quote Creedmoor, there's a whole bunch of different game types that all manage to overstay their welcome. Need to lower that platform down? That's an up. Shice. Up button won't work. Mountain sucks. I hate this mountain. Bring it up. Ow. Bring it down. was during the weird period of time where indie game creators had a tendency to get, like, really obnoxious on Twitter. Like when the Fez guy was just like, I am the greatest thing that's ever happened. Excuse me. Look at Mafia 3 compared to the rest of the franchise. I've never played the Mafia games. Was Mafia 3, like, comparatively worse by a big margin? Alright. Is odd. I mean, to an extent, ego can be a helpful thing in the creative experience. But it could also be, for sure, a detrimental thing at times. Lest we forget the age of John Carmack will make you his bitch. We can't forget those days. That's an up. But why am I raising this one? I'm not actually sure what my goal is right now. Do we just want to get all the buttons unpressed? I think so. It turned into like a bad GTA. Did it even have like the Rockstar style really bad missions? There we go. We just had to get all the boxes up there. Only those. Wow, yeah, no, that's bad. So I'm starting to see how the progression works in this a little bit. It started as a shmup for the shmup segment, and that turned into a bullet hell. This started as a platformer, and now it's a puzzle platformer. Game development as a service. Go in, deal X damage to leader, capture establishment, rinse, repeat. Having an ego about it just makes you a dick. You see, it's one of those interesting crossing moments where it's a service, yes, but it's also a thing that a lot of people consider to be an art form, which is why you also run into the same kind of thing with the feature film world, movies, where it's like you are making a product for entertainment, but you're also making something that is widely considered to be an art form. So I can kind of see where the ego comes into play there. Like you are, in a sense, an auteur, an artist, making a thing that is not just a product. I don't jump anymore. I let this box do the jumping for me. I'm Pimple. I'm too important for jumping. Games are specifically about providing joy. I disagree. I disagree that they're specifically about providing joy. I have played games that are very much about making you feel sad. You think having ulterior motives about the process makes you bad at it? I don't know. I've played games that are emotionally affecting and definitely not about joy, that I thought were very well made and were very satisfying to go through. Because, like, movies are entertainment. Full stop, right? Movies are an art form that are about entertainment, but they are also, as I said, an art form. So you will have movies that are not about eliciting joy, but are about eliciting darker emotions or depression and sadness, like making you experience the human condition. If we're going to say that video games are art, or at the very least are capable of being art, we have to also allow them to not just be a toy. Like, what we're currently playing is a video game, in the sense that I would call this, like, a toy if we had to define it as a toy. You try working with some of those assholes. I'm not saying that people that are trying to make art are fun to work with. I know a lot of artists. I don't like a lot of them. I'm just trying to not limit video games to being just, like, one thing. Because I really enjoy a number of games that are about something other than just having a good time, you know? Games are an extension of emotion. I would say most art is an extension of some part of the human condition. Either making you feel something, making you think about something, making you reflect on something. A lot of video games are just about having a good time, wish fulfillment, power fantasies, challenges. Like, this is a game that I think is very humorous, but is largely about challenging yourself, because it's often difficult. But I doubt this is trying to elicit anything outside of just, you know, some laughs. I think a lot of y'all overthink it. This War of Mine is a good example. That is a very good example. This War of Mine is a great example of a game that is not trying to be a fun time. Like watching Jimmy play Dark Souls and having people try to convince him he's having a good time. I mean, he says he's having a good time. I believe him. I don't really care about other people like, oh, you're having a great time. Because every time he's done playing, he'll send me a message with like, oh, this game is so hard, but I can't stop thinking about it. It's getting to my head. I love it. I kind of wish he was playing it off-stream, to be honest. I think he would have more fun with it off-stream. As a first time. Slot machines will do that to you too. Are you not a fan of playing games that are, like, hard, and the joy of it is the overcoming of the obstacle? Because that's not an experience for everybody. This mountain has overstayed its welcome. Hey, that's the theme of Battletoads. It does a thing, and then it does that thing too long, and for too much. Yeah, I think he would have a better time off-stream for that. I really think that's the kind of game you want to play your first time, not in front of a crowd. I don't know why I jumped down. I had to hit the other button. I've heard the Surge 2 is really good. It's on my list of things I want to check out. There it is. But you're not trying to live that life? Again, like, some of these types of games are not for everyone. Nothing wrong with that. Button? Not a button I can press, apparently. Not a fan of who could flex their gaming knowledge more to the streamer. Yeah, I've heard 2 is way better than 1. It's on my list. I definitely want to play it.
Giddy up, partner. Gotti up to the top.
That's the worst part of Dark Souls. I wasn't prepared for how much of that would happen.
Hey, Pimps, you okay?
Okay. I've never felt better.
Hey, good friends will do that, my man.
You know, I was worried you might be a pervert at first, Nico, but now I get it. You're happy.
I'd be even happier if you decided to stay. But take your time, audit your feelings, process any lingering Battletoads.
Let us
trauma.
become perverts
Oh,
together.
yeah? Well, attention, everyone. Pimple is here to stay.
Yay! Show him Jason!
Who's Jason?
Heh. This is Jason.
Neat. Is this like an inside joke where the joke is how bad it looks?
Jason is the one true God.
Oh.
He brought you into our lives, so I
Turns
brought
out
you
we're
here
going
to
to the
thank
cult
you.
angle.
So you're a cult.
No, man, we're just a group of people who love fun and hate conflict. Jason demands it. So go ahead, toss him that thank you.
One thing. I don't necessarily believe in Jason, and I hope that's okay.
The thing is, it's not exactly okay, because you're creating conflict and Jason hates conflict.
But if Jason's vibes are as tight as you say they are, wouldn't he be chill about it?
Don't use my jargon to talk about Jason! I'm sorry. You're right.
Cult.
Maybe Jason didn't bring you into our lives. Maybe he says you're a suppressive person. Oh, what's that, Jason? Pimple smells like duty and diapers?
Why are you being mean to me?
Because you're harming our spiritual progress.
Why are you
Everyone
being
turn your
mean to
back
me?
on Pimple. He's no longer tight. He's toxic.
But we're family. We made necklaces, remember? Ooh, calm down, Pimple. Put it down. Be nice. Be nice. Be strong. My necklace! Use of me! Use of me!
What did you do, man?
I snapped!
Pimple, my man. Be tight. Be tight, my man. Protect me, Jasonians.
Is it gonna be a side-scrolling beat-up again? Wait a second. Is this turning into... I thought for a second it was turning into a bit of a, Oh my god. It is turning into a little bit of a stick fight situation. No, not stick fight. What the hell's the name of that game? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, now it's Pokemon Snap. Wow. Yeah. Alright, nice. Dive kick! Not quite dive kick, it's the one where you're a stick figure. Enemies come from the left and right, and there's only, yeah, one-fingered death punch. Thank you. That's the name of the game. Sorry, what was the duck button? Oh, 2 things down, I see. Let's look at your chat, you jerk. I do like dive kick though. Dive kick! Oh my god. One tree at a time. Why is this happening? How did we go from talking about video games being art to Jimmy playing Dark Souls? It only just dawned on me that we transitioned smoothly out of the conversation into a different one. Why? Alright. Finally. He's just angry, he just wants to break stuff. Alright, that makes sense. We disappear up our own butts about that game? I'm not sure if I agree. I just really enjoy that game. That franchise. Did I take damage when I stood up slightly early? Okay, take some pictures. I acknowledge that other people don't like it. And I won't fight them for not liking it. Why does this hurt them? Oh, I got a Tinder match. Oh, jump. Oh, I think it's over. Yeah, a lot of these segments just last slightly longer than
It
you
would
would think.
appear that unhappy civilians may have teamed up.
Now we're a shmup again. Oh, yes, no. More bullet heli. Like, I feel like this game has way too much padding. Like, switching to a shmup is fun. I thought that was, like, enjoyable at first. But the fact that it keeps on coming back to it is just like, good lord, I got the joke. Can we move on to another part of the game now, maybe? For those of you that voted for this in the Discord poll, what are your thoughts on it so far? If this were to come up in the poll again, would you vote for it again? I want to gauge interest. You always forget about the poll. Oh my god. Right, dropships. That's why these are still happening. You always forget. No, you gotta remember that poll. I want to read more messages, but there's more shmup happening. There we go. You figured it out. The sections overstay their welcome because the game is designed for 3 players, and the developers didn't trim the sections based on active players / players can join at any time. I feel like even with 3 players, this overstays its welcome because, like, good lord, I got the shmup joke. Once, maybe twice is fine, but like, coming back over and over again. Even if I were playing with 2 other people, I would have been like, oh my god, we're doing the shmup again? We're still on the platformer? Also, how would the platformer work with 2 other players? It's specifically about him leaving. Is it just alternating between the different groups? Does one person get to do the platformer and then the other 2 people are doing this? You would probably pass on this if we're in the Discord for another poll. I saw Creedmoor say the same thing. Basically, if you're still here watching this game, let me know if you want to see more of this. Because I feel like this is one of those games where we've had our fun, and we might not see the end of this particular game. Die! Oh, it's still going on! Ooh, the Surge too. I would happily put that in the pull box. That's been on my list for a little while. I feel kind of bad that you brought this game to people's attention. Again, I'm glad we played it. I had a lot of fun with the animated segments. I think the humor in this game is right up my alley. I just really think this game could have used an editor. Just someone to sit down and say, like, nah, we don't need this particular segment to last that long. And it's like, no, we shouldn't go back to that well again. It's one of those games you play a couple times a stream and then you never talk about it again. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, definitely shorter. By a country mile. Uh-oh. Oh, come on, I thought that was the last wave. I took a lot of unnecessary damage because I was, like, convinced I wouldn't have to worry that much longer. Oh! Has an in-game timer. So, quick breakdown of how to make this game better. Instead of repeating different segments, just have each segment happen once. The game would probably end up being like 3 to 4 hours long, and that's okay. That's not a problem. Oh. I might as well just die. I'm not gonna make it past the second wave after that. And I think that's really like the main gist here. If you do that, everything would be a lot better. I feel like you are what I need to kill early. Yeah, switching sides was the smart move. I don't know why I checked chat. Should have been looking at my body and not off the screen. God damn it. Alright, you need to go. I hate them. Oh my god. Right, this side, this side. I don't care about the gem. I can't think of the last time I played a game where there was so much obvious, like, this is here to make the game longer moments. You gotta go to bed. Good night, Creedmoor. I'm gonna be wrapping things up not too long from now anyway. There's only so much of this I could tolerate. Pleasant dreams. I don't regret checking this out. I just regret that it wasn't better. Oh my sweet lord, please die. Alright. Thank you. This better be the last part of this wave, or we're gonna be in trouble. Thank you.
We may have attracted some unwanted attention.
If we switch back to that fucking mountain, if we go back there, I might lose my mind. Oh, thank you, an animated segment.
Maybe street justice was a bad idea.
You think?
On the bright side, this is the perfect opportunity to test the ship's defenses. The defenses suck! Get us out of here or we're all going to die!
That's Pimple's emergency beacon.
Where is it transmitting from?
30,000 miles. Directly behind us.
No friggin' way we're turning around.
We don't have a choice. Pimple's in trouble.
Reboot systems in order displayed. What? Watch for the command sequence at the top of the screen, locate the panel with the matching symbol and follow the instructions. Reactivate all panels before the timer runs out.